There are a lot of terrible and insufferable people on the Twitch platform in every category of streamer, from IRL to gaming. But there is one community that is more toxic than any of them, and that community is the political community. Politics in general are a very hard and toxic conversation to have on the internet, but today I'll be talking about one streamer and what they said that caused a lot of backlash. Today, I'm going to be talking about Frogan. Frogan, real life name Morgan, is a 27-year-old female political Twitch streamer with nearly 60,000 followers on Twitch. Before streaming, she was a, quote, public health scientist, but quit her job to do streaming full-time in 2022. She is, quote, known as she was a moderator for the terrible political streamer Hassan.
This is so insane. America deserved 9/11, dude. I'm saying it.
We're there to partner with them. We're not there doing our own thing. We're there partnering and training
in a video
and
game.
equipping and enhancing their capabilities. So that's part of what we're doing. And the other part is just knowledge. We want to know what's happening.
Like we totally brought it on ourselves, dude. Holy, we did. We did in a video game, whatever, hypothetically, politically. We did, man. We did. Holy. Look at the way that this...
And apparently had a friendship with H3H3, which is also another rocky and not so great creator. But her friendship with H3H3 turned into a drama and they had a falling out for whatever reason. Frogan is like the rest of the political community, insufferable, miserable, annoying, and has terrible takes. One of those people who sadly spawned into the server and randomly has a big audience despite doing nothing but eating and watching other people's content on livestream. Because that's what gets the big numbers on Twitch. She has a Twitter following of a little over 61,000 followers, which is kind of weird because more Twitter followers than Twitch. You'd think it'd kind of be the other way around. But to go on, she has a YouTube channel that has 5.74 thousand subscribers, but of course there is no videos on her channel because actually making content is too difficult and too much work. The channel is also 4 years old, by the way, so this isn't just a newly created channel. This is one that's been around for a while and just has no content. But of course she is on a podcast, and of course that podcast is called the Arabs podcast, because that's another thing she clings on to. The thumbnails are what you expect for someone like her. There's so much I could say. Unoriginal, corny, copy-paste SSS Sniper Wolf. Meta, I don't know. This is the same person that had a panel at TwitchCon and rated how Arab content creators were. Prime content that deserves VIP treatment at TwitchCon, apparently. Shoot, they'd probably treat me like Drake if I got a chance to go there. But if you're wondering what she could have done that was so bad, she randomly went on stream, and due to the Hamas leader dying, she said this.
I have no pity at all for any soldiers. Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any pity for any soldiers. U.S. military? Boo you. I hope you get PTSD. You know? I do the ones I'm like whatever about the U.S. soldiers are the ones that like acknowledge that like what they did was wrong. They didn't know back then. Whatever. You're a good person in my book. I'm like a Tom. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted. So the U.S. military that are like, yeah, like, you know, I did this back then, but now I know it's wrong. Like I'm changed. Like imperialism. This you don't deserve the PTSD. But like any other, you're joining them. You're like, oh my god, I want Camaro, no student. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into America.
Also, I don't really understand like her religion and all that. I forget what she is. Like a Muslim Arab, I think. I can't remember. But like what's the point of wearing the hijab or whatever it's called and like cussing up a storm and also being so hateful and spreading such a hateful message? Like, isn't that like against your religion? Like, what's the point of wearing the hijab then if you're just gonna act that way and be that way? Like, to me, like, it just doesn't make sense. it seems so against the religion that like what's even, you know what I mean? It's weird. But I don't know personally. If someone could explain in the comments that actually knows about this stuff, that'd be kind of cool, because I'm very curious as to how she just, you wear it and then you just act that way. So like, is it like more counterproductive against your religion than anything? Also, like the cake that comes up soon, like that just makes it look so much worse too. So this clip went around on Twitter pretty quickly, and a lot of people had plenty to say towards this lady. To start, you have Melanie Mack saying she needed to be deported and then banned on Twitch. Yoxic reports on what supposedly Trainwrecks and other popular streamers said about this person. I don't know if this is true or not because there was no clip to go along with it, but supposedly Trainwrecks said, "You're not getting unbanned, you greedy whale. You have no skill, no talent, and no moral." People called her out for some hypocrisy as pro-Hamas streamer at Frogan enjoying a tasty beverage made by PepsiCo. The anti-Israel BDS movement has targeted Pepsi for years, lol, which is, you know, pretty interesting in my book. Aiden Ross would also go on to comment about this entire thing.
I speak for what's right. This is wrong, okay? This is wrong. To say that U.S. soldiers who fight every single day for America, to say they deserve PTSD. This girl's a terrorist. Get her out of America. Listen.
Any other you're joining them, you're like, oh my god, I want Camaro, no student loans. I hope you get PTSD.
Stuff your face, you fat pig.
When you get back into America. And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base?
Disgusting pig, bro. Whole
Base?
Dirty fat animal. Disgusting.
After this clip went around, she doubled down on her opinion on stream as well.
But like any other you're joining them, you're like, oh my god, I want my Camaro, no student loans. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back in America. And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base? Base? Like, am I supposed to be like I'm not walking back on it. I still agree with it. Base?
After all this, she would end up getting banned on Twitch for 30 days. She responded to the 30-day ban saying, 30-day ban for saying people like bottom of the barrel hummus, but other people get 2-week bans for advocating for the genocide of Palestinians. Got it. I don't really know what she meant by hummus. I don't understand what she's saying here. I'm not really deep into that political topic. I thought that was just a food, and I was going to make a joke, but I don't know. It could be incredibly terrible if I did. But to go on, the tweet is really just her taking zero accountability here. Like, she doesn't think that she did anything wrong, even though she knows the exact clip that got her banned. I don't know why she talked about bottom of the barrel hummus whenever what you really did was say that vets deserve PTSD. Very strange. But then she would go on to make a, quote, apology tweet saying, the U.S. military conducted some of the most horrific crimes against humanity in the modern era in countries such as Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, and Palestine. My anger is directed towards the individuals who are currently championing these war crimes as if they, quote, liberated my people. It's horrific and disgusting. The beginning of the clip was worded poorly, and I do apologize for that. I go on to clarify that the clip that I do not mean all, quote, all military, but specifically those with no remorse. What I said was out of frustration as they are currently bombing my family in the name of, quote, liberation. I realize that wishing people harm isn't the best way to talk about these issues, and that I could have talked about these topics in a more sensitive way. Which, again, she really doesn't take much accountability and is just trying to defend her absurd claim. And at the same time, like, it just seems to be, like, beating around the bush to me. Like, she doesn't... It's just still... It was not a great response at all. She now has tried to go on to Kick, or at least made a Kick account, after her ban on Twitch. But if you made Aiden Ross mad, the dude that's like, you know, big on Kick and it has very good connections at Kick, you're not going to be getting a Kick deal, and you're actually probably going to be getting banned from the platform as well. I would not be surprised if she is already banned or not allowed to stream on Kick. During this drama, people ended up looking into her account, some of her old content, and some old tweets that she made. And there was some bad things discovered. An example was for some fundraiser where if she hit a certain goal, she would make a 9/11 cake. And here's the clip.
Okay, 6250, 9/11 baking stream with Raph and Capri. If we get to this goal by 9/11, Capri, Raph, and I will make the Twin Towers out of a stacked cake, and we'll make an airplane. And we'll recreate 9/11.
She then would go on by quote tweeting a tweet talking about Daniel Larson being arrested for threatening the government, saying free him, but she retracted her statement when she figured out about the CP stuff, which if you don't know who Daniel Larson is, I have a whole series on him and you can check it out. There's a playlist on my channel. Just go to my channel, go to playlist, and it's right there. Labeled Daniel Larson. It's still weird that you say free him in the first place, and considering your history of hating America but still living in America, which I never understood why people did that. It's like, I don't know, maybe America's #1. Personally, I think Frogan needs to be banned from everywhere. People like her who influence people to also think these very bad ways. Mia Khalifa even said this stuff as well, even though that she apparently suffers PTSD from the content she made.
Good morning to everybody who is not in the U.S. military. Good morning to everybody who is sitting at home and not on soil that doesn't belong to them, fighting a war for a country that doesn't care about them. I hope you go over there and get your little brain all scrambled up with PTSD and then come back here and see how much the United States cares about you, Pookie. See how much they care about you when you come back with, oh, I'm so sad. I piss my pants every time I see a falafel stand in Manhattan. Let's see how much the VA cares about you. Let's see what they tell you to do with your little broken brain from going over to fight a war that's not yours. They're going to tell you to try breathing exercises because the U.S. government does not give about you once you cannot die for them. Once you're done, once you're a shell, they don't care about you. What did I say on Z-Way that one time? Yeah, I think that still stands as very accurate.
Post-traumatic stress that is in you from this experience.
Yes, and I think it kicks in mostly when I go out in public because the stares I get, I feel like people can see through my clothes, and it brings me deep shame. It makes me feel like I lost all right to my privacy.
You know, she's also now made an of account, which is like, what's the point? Like, we can get it all. We can get all the Prime footage for free. We don't need the new content, bud. To go on, what Frogan said was just something so hateful to say and so, like, wrong. She won't learn her lesson and never will, so it's best just to boot her now. She's also already played the victim on Twitter, retweeting a tweet that says, Twitch just banned some of the most prominent Middle Eastern voices simply for using their platform to speak out about Palestine. At Twitch, you're a racist platform and you don't even try to hide it. And they're just ignoring that Frogan literally, and she retweeted, by the way, so she still deems herself as, like, said something that shouldn't have been banned for. They ended up banning some other people as well, as you can see from that tweet. I don't know anything about these other people. These were the other people a part of the ranking Arab, like how Arab content creators are panel. So I don't know what happened with the others, but I know specifically what Frogan done, and you know she wants to go on and act like the victim, which is just weird, and it's a sign that people just are not going to grow. Near like the end of one of the clips, she ends up like talking really fast and all this, and just a lot of profanity, which to me just shows like no intelligence and immaturity. And it's just, you know, these people talk about politics and stuff, and their opinion is supposed to be seen as higher or like important, but also at the same time they're just not really, they just don't really hold themselves to a high standard. In the end, politics is a conversation that nobody wins. It's not even a conversation, it's an argument. This video isn't made to come off as political. I refuse to talk about these political situations because, one, there's no point, and also, I really don't know anything about the situations going on. I know, like barely anything. I would not be able to pass a test on what's going on with these conflicts, okay? I stopped paying attention. There's, like, a bunch of stuff going on all at the same time, like a year or two ago, and I stopped paying attention right whenever this conflict started. Like, just to be 100. I truly think that political streamers and stuff are the bottom of the barrel content creators. Like, there are maybe some people that are worse, but they are at the bottom of the barrel with all the other terrible people. But I do want you all to let me know your opinions on everything in the comments down below and basically what happened in the situation. I already gave mine, so you have the talking stick now. I'll probably respond to some. I'll definitely respond to some comments. I won't say probably, always respond to some at least. But to go on, thank you all for watching and thank you all for the support. And yeah, if you don't know who Daniel Larson is, I made a series on him. You can check out the playlist. I just did an update video on him, if you don't know. It was my most recent upload. But in the end, but again, thank you all for support. It does mean a lot. And in the end, I'm PERK30, and God bless.